Hi everyone, it's Christina. I decided to take this video on the road this morning because I just felt like what my thoughts would come more easily out here. So anyway, I have to start out by saying a really funny thing that I did recently. One of my subscribers, who is a friend, put up a video that was, when I watched it, I was like becoming like super worried and concerned, and I almost couldn't even get to the end before I was like leaving a comment saying, "Are you all right? What's going on? Tell me." And I even wrote one to another one of my subscribers who has similar problems, and left a comment, "Do you know what's going on?" Anyway, so what I found out was that in the description box was that the above video was a joke. Now, what the video showed is are like manic symptoms or yes, manic or even psychotic symptoms. And so I was blown away. But that subscriber, who I adore, and her name is Gabby from Being Better, she's making so much progress. And Jason from These Four Walls is the other person that I contacted, and Gabby wrote back, "Do you mean the joke?" And I was like, "What? The joke?" And actually, then we start emailing, because we email each other, and she said that was a joke. And she said, why are you so upset? And so I went and read the description box, and yes, she put that it was a joke. And I was reading other comments too, before mine, saying, "Haha, that's funny." And I thought, oh my God, that's cold. So it turns out I made an ass out of myself because, this false alarm and, warning bells that I was shooting off. And I know I've told you guys, but I do a lot of worrying, and I think about people, and I have a really strong sense of, I could say almost empathy, definitely compassion toward what people are going through. Now, that being said, I think it's always important, because those of us with mental illness or bipolar in particular tend to be very hard on ourselves. I know I do. And it's easy to dwell on the negative because it's tough, It's not easy being us. So I think it's important for those of us with mental illness to remember our good, attributes, because all too often it's easy to think we are beyond hope. So to start out with that, I wanted to name a few of mine that I consider my attributes. So the first one I would say would be strength. I've always been really physically strong and had physical work, but I've learned that I'm incredibly mentally strong. And a side note to that would be, and this is not a factual thing at all, it's just my silly thoughts. I think the universe only gives people that are strong bipolar disorder. It's like, well, this person can handle it. I don't know. That's I've asked so many times, because there's no one in my family that has it. And so it's like, where did it come? Why did it come? Anyway, the second quality would be my resilience. And except when I say that, I kind of throw in, the acceptance to change. Because I have been able to kind of weather these ups and downs and ups and downs and, you know, this roller coaster life. And I keep bouncing back. And I think, you know, with each time, I've gotten stronger. And so I think that's my second quality. My third quality, I would say, is my compassionate nature. I've always had it, but it seems to intensify even more throughout the years. And so that would be one. Fourth would be my loyalty. Loyalty is of huge importance in my life, and it's something that I treasure, you know, in people around me, and it's kind of my code of living. Now, finally, the last quality would be to have a little bit of sense of humor and the ability to laugh at yourself. I'm not a dumb person at all. I'm not going to go and say, oh, I'm real smart. But I sometimes say these really dumb remarks, and I've had to learn to kind of, you know, live with them. And so I remember one day, and I always have, by the way, I've always kind of laughed them off. I remember one day I read this quote, and it said, smile, don't take life so seriously, no one gets out alive anyway. And that's pretty funny. So that's what I suggest is, and it's helped me, is don't take, you know, life too seriously where, you know, you're just thinking everything is absolutely dreadful. I've always really studied my, you know, self and tried to figure out how things work or don't work, and my doctors at least, and I too believe that it's really served me well, because it helps me understand and be able to kind of logically, which sounds impossible, right, when you're in mania or that, but I've studied and learned, you know, what has helped, and I journal it, a mood notebook, and for me it's really helped. Yesterday I watched this video that was of a person with schizophrenia, but it was simulated. So it was like 2-minute, 3-minute video of a person going through a psychotic, schizophrenic episode. And, you know, it had a disclaimer, if this upsets you, please stop. And I don't have schizophrenia, but still, you know, I wanted to watch, so I did. And I have to say, it was really not frightening, but it was distressing, confusing, and I felt really bad for people with schizophrenia. Now, behind that message would be this: we do have a bad illness if we have bipolar disorder or another mental illness, but I think it's really important for us to always put it in perspective. And when I say it could be worse, that's, you know, I believe that's true. I mean, fortunately, there are ways to manage ours. It's not always fun, but it is doable. And so, you know, putting things into perspective of like, gosh, what if I had cancer? What if I had, I mean, I don't like to label certain things, but definitely, for instance, the schizophrenia was really, you know, I thought when I had my little psychotic breaks with my bipolar, they would kind of be like that, though I don't hear voices, but it was nothing like that. I mean, it was like 1/10 of that. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my little walk today, walk and talk. I want to give, again, a big shout out, who I'm very proud of, to two of my subscribers that I absolutely adore. And one is Gabby from Being Better, and the other one is Jason from These Four Walls. And They're amazing people with amazing stories, and their progress I've been watching. And you know, when I leave a comment, it's what I really feel, and people will see that soon enough, as like what I did the other day. Anyway, they're great people and doing a great job with a lot of strength. So shout out to you guys. All right, I'm totally out of breath. I've been doing a walk. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to be kind to each other and pat yourself on the back and make a little gratitude list and say, okay, well, this and this and this is what I'm good at. And let that be something that gives you strength. Okay, till we meet next time, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.